But we do begin tonight with this Category 4 hurricane slamming into the U.S. this Sunday, making landfall just before 1 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. This is 16 years to the day since Katrina hit there.
The fifth strongest hurricane to hit the U.S. mainland in recorded history.
This is a very dangerous and a very real situation.
There is a tremendous amount of storm surge, a tremendous amount of wind, and this is tough conditions to survive.
Hurricane Ida was a deadly and destructive Category 4 Atlantic hurricane that became the second most damaging and intense hurricane to make landfall in the United States of America. On November 18, 2021, Taste the Diaspora, along with the Descendants Project, and multiple prominent chefs from Detroit, Michigan, traveled to Louisiana to help those greatly affected by Hurricane Ida. DaCosta Street Studios were fortunate enough to be invited and traveled along for the journey. Antioch Baptist Church is a historical and vital part of history in Wallace, Louisiana. It was constructed post-Civil War and for a long time was the only place of worship for ex-slaves within miles. In 1999, a new church was built and the original was donated to the Whitney Plantation, where it serves as a pivotal monument to the history of slavery. The damage done to Antioch by Hurricane Ida has been catastrophic and costly.
Food is the foundation to power, the foundation to culture, it's the foundation to self.
Food is what everything on life needs. It's a necessity.
And so this is really my way of helping and giving back to the community that did so much for me.
People get excited about food. It's a coming together, I think. I think it's a coming together of people.
That's what food is. It brings you together. That's what it is.
We came up a little kind of meager, and things were shy in our house a little bit. We didn't have a lot, So you get to sharing with folks as you're coming up and just spread in you. You come up, want to share, want to help. When you see somebody in need, you want to help. Feeding is a great way to help. That's something you can do that's what people need and they enjoy. And if you can prepare it for them, that's great. Put on the floor and fire. They have something for you down there too, okay?
Well, give them the gift holder. Yeah. That's fine.
How you doing? Hey, girl, I'm good. Look, that's a gift card for your children.
The population of Wallace, Louisiana is 1,263. Taste the Diaspora, along with the Descendants Project, aided hundreds and hundreds of displaced citizens and families in need due to the overwhelming destruction of Hurricane Ida. Both organizations also assisted in helping families remove heavy debris, street litter and trash, various yard services, residential cleaning, and other domestic duties stemming from natural disasters.
Taste of Diaspora, I'm 1/3 of that. Edric is from Wallace. And when the hurricane hit, we wanted to help Edric out and her family. So we had the idea to do a fundraiser. The fundraiser leads to us wanting to bring a check down. Then that leads to us coming down and actually doing a communal meal with the family to kind of tie the whole thing and be something bigger than just us giving money back. We want to actually be involved and have hands inside the city. We actually pulled some of the sugar cane that was running inside the fields. We threw it inside the charcoal. So we have a sugar cane smoked grilled jerk chicken. And then we're going to do a little glaze on top of that.
How long have you been preparing this meal for?
Oh, I've been doing grilled chicken for a long time. Doing the jerk part is something I've been working on for the past few months, few years, you should say. But I've been doing grilled chicken since I was a kid. We actually have my mom's here right here.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
How we doing today? How we doing?
Hello. Yeah, she's the one that taught me how to test my colds. This is just like a reduction. So it's OJ, lime juice, some molasses, soy sauce. It's like a lot of the flavors that kind of go inside of the jerk chicken itself in liquid form almost. So this is spicy, real savory. So this will be sweet to kind of just balance out the flavors in there. Yeah, it comes out looking like that at the end. You know.
Taste of Diaspora. 3 co-founders. Edric Uday, Jermon Booz, Rafa Wright. This organization is a powerhouse of philanthropy, and they work together to feed thousands and thousands of people every single month of the year. Wallace was no exception.
When she opened the beignet shop, and it was wonderful. I mean, we had tourists from all over the world, and then after with the pandemic, we had to close down again. And hopefully she'll be able to open pretty soon again.
Wait a minute, hold on. So this groove that I'm seeing right here, because of that,
It's the force of that wind pushed it out.
oh my God.
Yep. This cafe was full of supplies and distribution. It still is, and so we use it as a community resource center. So we've done about 4 different distributions, including the turkeys yesterday, and we've helped with tarping roofs and getting houses back together, mucking and gutting. And so we couldn't open up the cafe because we were using this as storage. Here is my grandmother and grandfather.
What were their names?
This is Grace and Hamilton. That's him in his World War II uniform. And these 2 are great-great-grandmothers. They were born enslaved. That's why we are at the Descendants Project, because we are a descendant community, and so we want to just tackle the issues that are left over from the legacies of slavery. And for us it is the socioeconomic, there are land issues, the petrochemical industry, so that's part of what we are trying to do, just trying to protect our community and have community initiatives that are healthy.
The Whitney Plantation was created to educate the public on the history of slavery in the United States of America. Joy Banner, co-founder of the Descendants Project, is the Director of Communications for the plantation. The tour is thoroughly detailed and offers each patron an inside look into one of the worst atrocities committed on American soil. During your visit, you will have the opportunity to view installations and illustrations, historical artifacts, as well as listen to lectures. The Whitney Plantation has been in operation since December 2014.
Okay, folks, so this is The original kitchen.
What exactly they would be cooking these, these clay pots with the
mac and cheese?
What is that? Mac and cheese. Well, no, we never talked about the food of Louisiana, so y'all gotta tell me, what do you think they were cooking?
Clearly okra.
No, if I see the way the design of this pot is more stews.
Some type of bread or something?
Looks like a casserole dish almost.
Yeah.
Without a top, like some kind of casserole so you can like set it on, or even in the oven.
It's stuffed chicken with rice?
It's stuffed chicken with this, all of the seasoning is inside the chicken and all of the spices. And the rice is baked on top of the rice, the chicken, but then the rice is milder, so when you eat the chicken that's full of like the spices and the season, it all blends together.
I think that is a technique even we use about warfare. So every meat have to be marinated at least 24 hours because there is no refrigeration. So you marinate them to preserve preservation with a lot of lemon and spices.
I remember one of the hurricanes when I was a child that passed through here, and the electricity and stuff was all gone. And the one thing I remember is people being told to highly season the meats and stuff to during that time because their food refrigeration was gone.
Right. Wow.
So seasoning is a technique of preservation. Yeah.
I would have to be some type of big hook thing to get that pot off the stove.
Oh yeah, it's over there.
Oh wow. Okay. Look at that.
I'm not sure if my grandmother's, mom taught her, but it was definitely one of those special cornbread recipes that my grandmother made. It doesn't taste like anybody else's, and it doesn't last long when she makes it. She had 7 kids, 5 boys and 2 girls, and then of course from that came a lot of grandchildren. I was the only one to watch her do it, to make it, and then translate the recipe and actually keep it before she passed. So she never used measuring, like formal measuring cups. She used like a teacup as a measuring cup. So that's how she measured like cups, like flour and stuff like that. And so when I watched her, of course I watched it in whatever form that she used to measure, and then I had to take that and go, okay, this teacup is really 6 ounces. So 6 ounces of flour is how much, and then create the recipe like that. And it's just those things in a small town community that you just don't see or have everywhere. We were kind of joking about it yesterday. My kindergarten teacher came and picked up a turkey yesterday. And she I'm 40 years old, so you can imagine what age I was when I was in kindergarten. And she rolled up and I was like, oh, hey, Miss Washington. And she was like, oh, hey, Edric. She knew exactly who I was. We all know each other's families.
Cornbread is made in so many different ways. Like even Edric is working on a cornbread right now that I'm sure is gonna get more like hot water, cornbread with a different consistency. I've always been interested in bringing cornbread to the level of cake. Edric has always been doing passion projects her whole life. And so I've been just kind of watching from afar and seeing her do it. So when I got the call, I'm like, yeah, I'm there. I'm coming. It just felt right. So I'm hoping to see what usually happens on a micro level between a family happen on a macro level today within a community, because you've got, something happens, a tragedy in your family, you might come around the dinner table and discuss it and talk about it. And that is that micro, expression of how do we come together and fix this.
The Gramercy Bridge is a cantilever bridge over the Mississippi River connecting Gramercy, Louisiana and St. James Parish with St. John the Baptist Parish. The Diaspora Dinner was assembled and organized on the behalf of those affected by Hurricane Ida within the community of Wallace, Louisiana.
Okay, the mac and cheese, we just put it on the table like this, huh?
Hi, how are you?
Good. You're looking good. I saw, she brought one for me to see.
Oh, she brought one
yes,
for you?
thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
4 years ago, another group of people did this for my family. So today, to be able to give back to the community, to do this for others, it's a dream. It's a dream to me. It's something I wouldn't imagine like would happen. Food is everything. Without food, I don't know who will be, how this world will be, and food is happiness. Yeah.
One of the 3 organizers, Taste of Diaspora, who partnered with the Descendants Project to be able to do all the work that we do in the city of Detroit and to bring it all full circle back down here where Edric is from. Couldn't ask for a better ending of the year and the relief work that we've been doing all year. Food is the foundation to power, it's the foundation to culture, it's the foundation to self. Being down here in Louisiana, it don't get no blacker when it comes to black food. And to be able to experience it firsthand in the way that we have since we've been down here, you can't beat it with a stick.
Food tells a story. Food is there when your heart is broken. Food is there when you're celebrating. Food is definitely a major part in my life. It has always been for a long time. I haven't been here in about 3 years. So it's great just being able to experience, you know, coming home, being close to family. So of course, quite naturally, when we saw, you know, Hurricane Ida, like the devastation for like our families, not like specifically New Orleans. Yes, New Orleans suffered, but Wallace, our families here, nobody ever really talks about our families here or ever really gets support to our families here. So it was important to hear. After hearing the devastation, yes, we're gonna support our families. We have to, in our heart, we had to.
Me and my sister were not satisfied with the way that the history of this area was being portrayed. So not a lot of attention to the enslaved people at the plantations, but also not a lot of attention paid to the descendants. You all know that we are in Cancer Alley. The threat from the petrochemical plant are real.
3 facts about Cancer Alley. Cancer Alley, which is located in the southern state of Louisiana along the lower Mississippi River, serves as an industrial hub with nearly 150 oil refineries, plastics plants, and chemical facilities. Wallace is located in Cancer Alley. The risk of cancer in Cancer Alley is the highest in the country, 50 times the national average.
We have a grain elevator terminal right next to us that wants to come locate right next to Wallace. 300 feet in the air. We won't live next to a grain terminal, we will live inside of it. It will displace this community. Grain, dust, that contains everything from insect parts to fungi to bacteria, all while the investor of this grain terminal has a beautiful vineyard in Sonoma Valley with organically grown grapes. And they don't even use pesticides, not even natural pesticides. But here in a black community, you don't care.
We did do a series of events in Detroit shortly after Hurricane Ida because we heard of how much it damaged the community. We just wanted to present the Descendants Project with the check for $8,500. Oh my goodness. And this is all going towards the community of Wallace. People seem to forget about Wallace, and I just wanted to say that we will never forget about Wallace. We will always take care of each other, as you all have continued to do and have done my entire life. And so I'm just really blessed and honored to be able to be in a position to continue to provide support for a place that is so special to me. And then to really be blessed and humbled with people from Detroit, where I now reside, to really want to come along for that journey as well. Most of these people had never heard of Wallace. So for them to just be so open to coming without even me even asking, it was really just more like, whatever, we're there, we're coming.